As a black friend of mine said, and I quote, "Senator, I'm a house nigga."
Let me ask you, do you think that General Patton was woke? I don't think so. What do you think, Mike? Mike, was he woke? I don't think so. I don't think he was too woke. He was the exact opposite. You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Everything woke. Everything woke. Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
Joe Biden has turned our military into a woke joke.
Democrats are the party of every hypersensitive social justice warrior woke story in the news. They're the party that disappears people.
No, really, you know, this idea that the President of the United States would stand and tell people himself that the greatest threat to America is white supremacy, I mean, it almost is shocking, but absolutely, after you think about it, it's really not shocking, right? Because they have continued to press this lie that, you know, every single minority in this country is somehow oppressed by America. This is not the home of systemic racism. This is the home of systemic opportunity. And I think more people,
There was a study done last year where people were asked to rate their feelings about various races, and white liberals were the only group that has a bias against themselves.
Here's my answer. You know, we're going to tie all this into immigration at some point. I would say I've got a real foolproof plan for fixing immigration. You take, you know, Obama, you take Michelle, you take Oprah, you take all of them, and you take them to the southern border, and you let them explain of how awful a place this is so that people will stop wanting to come. Because the reality is, if it was as bad as they say it is, you wouldn't have people clinging to airplanes trying to get here.
Yeah, it is true. It's like the people are basically supporting America with their feet by running in one direction toward it. If we were so awful, Carly, they'd be running away.
Yeah, you know, I've been reading a lot of the individual stories of what women are going through right now in Afghanistan. You know, the beatings in the streets are already happening. Women are throwing their babies over fences. And, you know, it's hard not to put yourself in their shoes and think, why not me? Like, why am I so lucky to have this life? And by the grace of God, we win the lottery just by being Americans. And it's not just Afghanistan, it's North Korea, it's Cuba, which is unfortunately out of the news. And the kids in that video, they've been taught to feel oppressed, and it's cool to be the victim. And some of them will grow out of it, some of them won't. But the one woman that I do want to talk about, American woman, is our vice president. And, you know, young women of color all over the world were supposed to look up to her. And I can't stop thinking about what the young women of color in Afghanistan would be thinking right now if they knew that she could say something for them, speak up for them, and she is choosing not to. She and President Biden came into the White House being the compassionate people. They were going to bring compassion back to the White House. There was nothing compassionate about what's going on right now.
And, you know, as a self-identified woman of color, I couldn't agree more. How dare you laugh?
Birthing person.
I'm a birthing person. Although...
Self-identified birthing person of color. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you should see what I birth in the bathroom.
Cat!
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't.